because you come all the time, you kind of like, they're always familiar faces and you always get a smile and a glimpse, and it's kind of like nice. It helps me keep myself in a place where I'm happy and I like to be. That space where yoga is in my life, and if it wasn't, then things go a little bit out of shape. I notice it in, my mood, on the way that I go along, on the way that I approach problems, and I think it keeps me in a nice place. About myself and how to keep calm, and how to, if you don't know how to react to a situation, just wait, and then you're gonna react to it in a better way. But then you realize that breathing is the step that takes you to the next step. So in any pose, if you pause a second and you breathe, then you stretch a millimeter. Because I know that I will feel more confident, and I know that I will feel better in myself if I've done yoga that day, and if I've done yoga like the 3 days before, it will be amazing. And it makes me feel more confident. It's everywhere, it's confident, not only your body, because you know that you're doing exercise, so it's a bit, straight, but also in the way that you're thinking, and in the way that you're centered, and in the way that you're relaxed. So I think it's magic to discover it, and it's magic to be able to have made that part of your life. I just feel incredible, and I feel the energy going through my body, and I know that I could, it's like an armor, like I could go and I could do something else after that,
Feeling the movement, and I was always taught to kind of not rely on your feelings, look at what you're doing. I lost 2.5 stone since May. I did have to do, like, obviously healthy eating and all of that goes with it. But I used to suffer with back problems. I don't get back problems anymore. I sleep's amazing after I've been to yoga. Yeah, you just feel generally better, and I lost a lot of muscle tone on my tummy, and so yoga has helped me stay calm and maybe respond to people in a different way than what I normally would.
Perfect. That's what I wanted. Thank you.
Excellent. Changed sort of everything. All of a sudden, it's more about the breath, and you added in that meditation aspect towards it, instead of this constant sort of force. You can actually just enjoy that time, and then it just became sort of quite addictive for me. Actually, just stress has been a big part of my life, and it's like a necessity for me now, just to make sure my time is less drinking, less going out, those kind of things. The yen is now really important to me. Actually come here for the yen, but the vinyasa kind of just opens me up for that space to go deeper, sort of into the stretches in the yen. So it's been sort of go inward with your breath, and then to me, like, a yen class is a meditation class, because you're focusing on that breath while you're going into these postures. And you're learning to not label things, so you could be sore, but while you're in that meditating part, you're not actually going ow or anything. It's really sort of helped with my breathing in general, and now the yin and works with the yang, I guess, because now I take some of that into my yang practices, like Bikram or Vinyasa. I'd probably say it's just it's when you can sort of just let go, and it's like you can feel sort of fully present. You're not worrying about emails, texts, or anything like that. So it's like you're in that sort of present moment, and then that becomes quite an addictive feeling, but obviously sort of more compassionate, but within myself as well. Incredibly hard on myself, which has put a lot of pressure on myself, can cause a lot of anxiety. But it's kind of taught me to just sort of let that go, and have this sort of self-acceptance and compassion within myself, to know that being okay is okay. Don't always have to push and strive. And of course the energy as well. First I come out here, I'm in a bit of a daze. It takes me, like, I have to sort of adjust to it, and wake up the next day, and I can notice the difference in energy I have just from the day before, and that's what kind of spurs it on to sort of keep going back.
I started doing it 6 months ago. It started because I bent down to lift something out of a cupboard, and someone behind me went, "Ugh!" and I realised it was me. So I thought I'd better start doing something about this, and just started doing yoga.
And why help you?
It was tough at first, but I think that was me pushing myself a little bit too hard. After a while I realised, and people advised me to go a bit less, and it actually works out to be more. I guess so. I've met some nice people, and everyone's very friendly here. I'm going to India with them, so that's good.
Oh, amazing. So
all your senses are heightened, you hear better, you see better. Lasts for a couple of hours afterwards, but it's like, you know, you're running on 100% rather than the normal 80% that you run on with your senses.
and you get this.
Just having a lot of aches and pains, and I just thought to myself, okay, well, what can I do that will actually seem to help me rather than seem to hinder me, which was happening a lot, especially with my knees and stuff. So I came introducing yin and vinyasa has been amazing because it's helped to sort of break up just doing the Bikram, which I love, but it's really nice to have that vinyasa in there and the yin that, you know, it's just it's been really, really beneficial. So I've lost inches, my skin's so much better, I feel better in general, more enthusiasm, energy, just so much basically, and it's totally infused itself into the rest of my life, and you know, with what I do, and helping me to have a real positive attitude, because every time I come away from here I'm just, you know, I love it. I did a double today and I'm just like, yeah, the rest of the day's mine, and I've had such a good day so far. So, you know, everything was out of sync, but slowly but surely everything started to come together, and you know, when Raj talks about sort of, you know, in for 6 and out for 6, I constantly, even then you feel like you get in a real meditative state, because the breathing is the whole point of it, and the whole, you know, the force behind it to help you do it. And I feel stronger, like my back especially. I used to suffer from a lot of lower back pain, and totally don't have that anymore. It feels so strong, and because I think I thought I had a strong core, but I didn't, obviously. But the thing is, it's about balancing them both up. It's like you get a lot of regulars coming back, and you know, you have chats with them, and you talk about the different classes. And Raj and Sarah are just, you know, great. So I feel like, you know, I know them quite well, and yeah. So it
took to it straight away. It was like just the perfect thing for me. So, and I was very unhealthy at the time, so it really kind of kick-started a path of, you know, living a very unhealthy lifestyle to then just, you know, cleaning up my act, really. Yeah. Started eating better. You know, I used to drink a lot, so I started to drink a lot less and drink more water, and just basically think about taking care of my body, which I had never had before. You know, I had always just, I think through the yoga, it's just, you know, you connect with your body, and I hadn't had that connection before. I'd always been sort of in my head a lot, kind of forgot about my body. So I think just through that connection, I really kind of gained an appreciation for, you know, what I'd never be able to do it. And then just through practice and seeing myself improve and watching my confidence grow, I think that's kind of been the biggest plus for me. Yeah. Afterwards, I feel really good in myself. My mind's calm, and you know, it gives me energy. So yeah. So I move better in general, you know. Yeah. And just more balanced. I feel more balanced. Yeah.
And what about
breathing is such a big part of it for me, because that's helped make that connection, I think, and really helped me to inhabit my body through the breath and the movement. That kind of really helps me to ground myself and stay focused. Wonderful. There's a really good sense of community here. You know, we have people that come, some people that come like once a week, some people who come several times a week. Everyone kind of comes in feeling one way and leaves feeling completely different, and it's wonderful.
Or, you know, to look after myself, it's been the one thing I've always turned to. I've always been like freelance, and I've discovered it, and I was like, oh my god, thank god I've got like a professional studio near where I live, so it gives me well-being, and yeah, I feel much better about life after a class, certainly.